Hi, my name's Felipa, and today is day 145 of my 365-day commitment to complete reading this Bible, and I am on day 145, so January 23rd. This is Psalm 102, Comfort in the Mercy of God. So this psalm talks about seeking God's comfort when you are sad, when you're upset, when you have no energy, when you feel like your days are consumed, your heart is heavy, so much so that you're depressed, that you forget to eat your bread, that you feel alone, that you feel like enemies are against you, and still choosing to remember that God is available to you, that you can still always pray to God, and that you can take comfort in your prayer and in seeking God in those difficult situations. And just a recounting to say that God does take care of the heathen and the wicked, that he looks down upon the earth, he sees all, and that those who need to perish will perish, but that God is everlasting and he will be there and accessible to those who seek him. In Psalm 103, David praises God's great love. David talks about God's blessings. He says, that God is very forgiving. He forgives sins. He heals diseases. He gives loving kindness and mercy. And that he is very gracious and slow to anger. And that's very true when you think about 8+ billion people living on the earth. If we think of God as a parent, I'm sure he would be irritated every single second by hundreds and thousands and probably millions of people. It also says that he doesn't always chide or get angry. He doesn't always punish us for our sins. If you can imagine, there'd be a lot more punishment going on if we were punished for every single bad thought or bad deed, because all of us sin probably every single day. And that it says, verse 13 says, like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. For he knoweth our frame, he remembereth that we are dust. So, saying that God actually has a lot of grace and pity for us and consideration because he knows maybe how weak we are and that we are kind of prone to sin and need to learn these things. And then that just to say that the mercy of the Lord will always be available to you as long as you keep his covenant and remember his commandments. And lastly, in Psalm 104, a meditation upon God's mighty creative power. This section here just talks about how God established absolutely everything from hills and streams and oceans and habitations and wines and creatures and animals, the heaven and the earth and the moon and the sunshine and food and fruit and cattle, and how he gave us essentially life. Where the sun goes up, we gather ourselves and we go into work, and how we have essentially like a routine of life, right? We follow the sun and we have some sort of a contribution simply because we were chosen to be brought into the world. And a small part here just once again saying sing your praises unto the God while you are able to, meditate on him, let the sinners be consumed, and don't forget to always keep God in your mind. So that is it for day 145. I'll be back tomorrow for day 146 and I'll let you know what I learned. Thank you for listening.